The potion and revive bundle that cost, or used to cost 500 units, has been buffed. Now, hello everybody. I did do a video that I recorded earlier this morning, and when I'm talking about, I'm basically talking about past midnight. Came back from seeing friends, and yeah, a bit too late to kind of record a video, but I did kind of react in a kind of way like, has it been nerfed? Has it been buffed? Like, what's going on with this? I think it's less, I think it's more, whatever. Now that I've finished work for the day, I can have a look at the math a bit, and it's actually really good news. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about this. Of course, I spend a lot of time promoting stuff when it comes to free to play. That's an opportunity. Like if you go to this Revive and Health Potion bundle is really good. But the one before was really good. This has been buffed based on unit spend, but there is a slight nerf which isn't ridiculously bad. It's just a bit different, and I've got to explain that. So first of all, these potion and revive bundles come around every 3 weeks. They, as of yesterday, they are now being put in a different way. So imagine that now is the 16th of May, and now in 3 weeks' time, you'll see this bundle again. It's slightly better. There's pros and cons to this. You know, it's 3 weeks every time to grab a certain amount of revives and health potions. You know, pro, like, it's like less unit spend. Con, you can't get as much as you used to in a very short space of time. I'll explain those particular points a little bit more because there's a little bit more depth to this. So before, we had this bundle right here. For 500 units, you could get 10 level 4 potions, 5 level 5 potions, 10 level 2 revives, 5 level 3 revives, which, you know, I've given some unit value to, which is 500 unit cost for 815 units back in return. So there was a great amount of saving, like a 300 unit saving on this. However, though, right, that meant by the end of it, if you buy 5 of the bundles for 2,500 units, it got you 75 usable revives. Now, I'm not going to go into a big thing that I normally do, which is I talk about, well, if you take 5 champions into a piece of content, that are you going to use one specific champion versus a whole team of champions to take the paths on and do the boss, meaning that if you had 5 champions on your team, that all 5 will be able to do the boss, which I normally do, because I normally then kind of like pair that with the discussion about the event quest deal at 1,000 units, which, by the way, I've got nothing against. It's just a case of, again, what I just skipped over and kind of like sarcastically said was, if you're going into a piece of content and 3 or 2 champions are synergy champions to boost your main, then of course it's not going to be viable to say, hey, great, I've got 10 level 2 revives, level 2 team revives, and that is going to be something that I'm going to need to have as much as possible. So there's a loss unit spend versus availability to freely choose your revive. Like it's and again, in a nutshell, it's saying, are you sure you want to waste a team revive on one champion you're only going to use? Or is it a case you've just got that in order to hold more revives, which is a fair logical response to that. So yeah, like that's probably it. If you say, oh, I just have them on there because I need more revive space, yeah, you win the argument. That's 100% accurate point to make. But for this particular situation, we're referring to the new potion situation of the 250 units spent per time. This is a great buff, but there is a catch. So first of all, to explain it, you get, first of all, 5. No, you do get 5. You get 5 level 4 health potions, which you can see on screen. 5 level 4 health potions, 3 level 5 health potions, 3 level 3 revives, and 2 level 2 revives. Now I did a bit of a moment then where I just said the wrong thing, but those are what you get. It could be an add up unit value to 443 units, depending on what your progression is, because I think that it's cheaper for level 5 health potions for certain progressions than others. So 250 units, you get all that. So if you buy all 4 of the deals, it costs 1,000 units straight up, which is a lot less to get you on the board, as opposed to spending 2,500 units per time, with 32 usable revives. Because, again, math, yeah, 4 times 8 usable revives is 32. Go figure. But what happens if you purchase more? Now, here's the thing. You will have to wait 3 weeks. Kabam seem to run this every 3 weeks. So today, I'm recording this, putting it out hopefully 16th of May. 3 weeks from now, the deal will comes out on a Wednesday as opposed to a Thursday. So it'll come out the 5th of May. 5th of June. 5th of June is when you see the reset of this one. In theory. But do bear in mind, these can change. I don't know if Kabam are going to have this as a permanent fixture because, well, I don't know if they're trying something new. This is the first time I've seen something new. And of course, it's the first time making a video on it and kind of like talking about the change. The other thing that I need to point out is the 8-time purchase. In the long run, this works out. However, though, stash management is another con to this particular issue. Because you will have, at the end of all this, after 8 times, 64 usable revives. Okay? This is all about pointing out in the long run, it works. In the short term, it may not feel like it. And again, stash management is important. So 2,000 units for 64 usable revives. 3 times 4 is 12, so that's how much you will pick up today. You'll pick up 12 level 3 revives. And that'll be if you bought all 4, so that's 1,000 units spend. If you're then timesing that by 2, which is that, it'll be 24. And at that particular point with this one, this deal right here, right there, you will need to make a decision of, okay, I've got 4 over stash. So it's more for like the next time. So you've got to make that decision of saying, in 3 weeks' time, I'll have a lot more level 3 revives, and anything left over in the stash, I've just got to use or keep there for 12 additional days. Because in those 12 additional days, it ain't 3 weeks to the next slot. So you just got to make the decision, like, how are you purchasing this based on your stash management and making clear-cut decisions on it. So of course what we need to do is finish up the video by looking at the comparison based on the 2,500 unit spend versus the take home and find out where the buff is. So this is the buff. It's not a case on the purchase extent. I've explained that that's a problem based on you have to wait a longer time. With this one, it's straight off once every 3 weeks. You could purchase a high volume of usable revives and health potions. But this one and this right, you have to wait 9 weeks in order to do this. But you save on units, or you get more for your unit spend. So look, it's up to you how you interpret and how you look at this, but here are the facts. 2,500 units spent under the old scheme got 75 usable revives, which were, also with the deal, 50 level 4 potions, 25 level 5 potions, 50 level 2 revives, 25 level 3 revives. Under the new scheme, spending 2,500 units gets 80 usable revives. So there's a slight increase in that by 5 revives. The big change is adding in more level 3 revives versus in comparison to spend. 50 level 2 revives, which is exactly the same. 30 level 5 potions. Of course, that's great because there's a 5 increase. And 50 level 4 potions. So you can see there the comparisons. The differences are just slight. Those 5 extra level 5 potions and 5 extra level 3 revives I think are really beneficial for people higher up in the game because there could be a higher hit pool per champion. And there are some other advantages to say that, okay, if you're spending 250 units per time or 1,000 units per every 3 weeks, at least it feels that you're, not spending as many units. It does mean in a very short space of time you're going to have to manage your revives better, which I do find a little bit disappointing and a little bit annoying, but it's not ridiculous. It's something that to me is important because I don't want to be spending a large amount of units over a large quantity of time. So I will get this, and I will put this back into my stock because I've got no level 3 revives and I've only got 9 level 2 revives. So I want to top them back up, especially because this will be about prepping for Gauntlet. Gauntlet will come later on in the year, so it's not now, but at least with that Onslaught fight which is coming, and we're going to have to prepare for it with Spring of Sorrow. Well done, Kabam. Funny, very funny. I do think that it's time to kind of prepare for that. And at least with these staggered deals, it means you can manage your stash better. But I don't know, it's going to be down to like an individual player's perspective as to how they manage their stash, which, you know, when I'm on this cruise, at least I'll have some time to sit down and properly plan stuff, which I just don't have the time to. I really want to just sit down and plan out, who am I ranking up? Why am I ranking them up? What do I need to improve signatures? Where am I going with my kind of like game? What do I want to achieve? Who am I taking for Battlegrounds defense? Who am I setting up for this? Like, you've got to make some clear-cut decisions. But at least this gives more of a choice. And I really hope this is indeed a three-week rotating deal, or sooner. Maybe once every 2 weeks. But we'll have to see. Anyway, that's been a video. What are your thoughts on the matter? Put it in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye for now. Oh, and check out content on screen. Sorry, it's there. Good stuff. Bye.